It's the FAJR breeze. It's the moment of learning. It's the aura of awakening. Come all in about Allah. Oh oh oh. Come all in about Allah. Oh oh oh. Come all in about Allah. Oh oh oh. Come all in about Allah. Oh oh oh.
In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful. Welcome to today's episode of Battles and Blossoms on FAJR Breeze. And I am your host, Olagunju-Matemilola. And with me today, we have Haji Badru. Welcome to this episode because it's on money matters. And that is why I want you to pay rapt attention. This time around, we want to be certain that our financial decisions, both earnings, investments, spendings, that they are all halal, and of course, that they are not harmful. So how can we be certain that our finances are halal, that we are keeping it halal, or that our source of income are not harmful?
Okay, the very first important or the most important thing is the source of the income itself. Okay. How do we generate our money? Our income, our earnings, where are they coming from? What kind of business are we doing that is giving us those kinds of incomes? What kind of transactions do we have with people that eventually leads or that eventually incur such income for us? That's what's most important. The source of our income should be halal. It should be a business that you can see physically. I can get to trade, not virtual, not something that is occluded in seclusion or shrouded around secrecy or something you cannot feel. It has to be something that you can feel, you can see. It might not necessarily be tangible, but at least it should be something that involves actual buying and selling, obviously. No, now, if the source of income is known, and then the next thing is the nature of the business that we're actually transacting. What's the nature of the business? Is it a business that there is a buyer and there is a seller? Or is it a business that involves you delivering something to someone and then the person eventually gets you paid? That's it. And then there are other, in terms of our spendings, there's a difference between what you need and what you want. There are a good number of times you see people spending on the things that they want. Human wants are always limited. They are always unlimited. You can never say, you would always find certain things. I want this, I want that.
Latest edition.
What exactly are the things that you need? If you want to be sure that the things you are spending your earnings on are the things that are necessary, or that the things that are halal, or the things that are lawful, it should be things that are needed. Basic things of life everybody needs. Food, clothing, and shelter. Every other thing is extra. Food, clothing, and shelter for ourselves, for our families, individual persons, families, people that are close to us, and friends. Those are the three basic things. Every other thing. And then we should also be considerate. As Muslims, we are not the type that would engage in extravagance or being too overly miserly, being too frugal. You have to, no, I don't want my money to finish. I don't want to spend. I want to keep my money. I want to save it. And you have other people that are close to you
that are in need,
lavishing in poverty and all that, and they are in need. So we need to ensure that there is a balance. As you are getting the money, you are saving reasonably well. Finance people will teach you, save maybe 20% of your earnings, save 40% of your earnings, return some back into your business, and then ensure that you're also getting some for other spendings. And then, ultimately as Muslims, we have two sources in which we purify our income. There's the zakat, the statutory 2.5% of our earnings annually. And then there is sadaqah. The things like, and the beauty of sadaqah is that these are things that will stay, and in the future, or in the year after, there are things that would eventually start to work for us. When you hear things like sadaqah sujaria, there are sadaqah that you do, and then even after the person dies, what Prophet said is that the moment someone dies, the book of good deeds of the person is closed. Either good deeds or otherwise is closed. Except for three things that goes into the book. One, the prayer being said for the person by his virtuous child. Two, the sadaqah the person has done that is still being used.
Others are
maybe
benefiting
you
from.
Plant a tree, you add a foundation or something. And then the third one is a beneficial knowledge the person has left that is being useful even after the person has died. So those sadaqah sujaria are things that will eventually be beneficial for us. So all these are the things we would look at. The kind of business you are going to engage in, the kind of way you are going to spend the money, and then eventually the source of your income. All these are the things that we have to put together before you can tell if the monies or the earnings we are getting
that you have put together
are from halal source and are being used for halal things or otherwise.
Thank you very much for that. Very quickly, I want you to help us give a word, because this is the month of Ramadan and people are expected to give so much. And I mean, we have some people that can give as much as Abu Bakr, you know, like carry everything. And there are some people that they already have their money kept somewhere fixed because they don't want to use it. As much as they want to do Sadaqah, so many people feel that Sadaqah is all about monetary things. So I want you to just help us put in a word in other ways by which people can actually do Sadaqah in this month of Ramadan.
Yes, sacrifice. If you read one of these books of scholars, I think read something around sacrifice, the making of a Muslim.
Okay.
It's separated sacrifice that you can have tangible sacrifice and intangible sacrifice. Tangible sacrifice are those things that we can see physically. Money, food, drink, clothes, and all that. Intangible sacrifice could be in form of knowledge. It could even be in form of time. It could be in form of a word of advice, a good counsel, something you do to someone and then the person is able to pick reasonable and meaningful impacts that would help the person throughout the person's lifetime. It's common for people to do a lot of sadaqah in Ramadan, no doubt about that. But after Ramadan, the things that require sadaqah are still there. Let Ramadan be a time when we learn to give, and then let's sustain it even after Ramadan.
Thank you very much for that. Soja goes, Soja come, and the barak always remains. So your sadaqah is not limited to Ramadan alone. After Ramadan, those things that required our attention during Ramadan, they are still always there. So we don't stop being a Muslim outside of Ramadan. Thank you very much, Hadia Kudra Badru. Really appreciate your time. If you have enjoyed this episode, of course, remember, this is not our best episode yet. Join us again for another interesting episode on FAJR Breeze. It's been Battles and Blossom on FAJR Breeze. And I remain Bushra Olagunju-Matemilola. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
It's the FAJR breeze, it's the moment of learning, it's the aura of awakening. Come on in about Allah, oh oh oh, come on in about Allah, oh oh, come on in about Allah, oh oh oh, come on in about Allah, oh oh oh.